Beach. There it is. That's what everyone was waiting for.
Look at those purple ass nipples.
That's what we're here for. All right. Hello, guys. I'm JR. I'm with...
Do I say my character?
Character, your person, your listener.
Ladybug?
And Cat Noir.
And I'm going to interview them. So, what brought you to A-kon?
Well, I've been going, this is my 5th year to A-kon, and so it's just become like a thing that I do every year. And it was my first convention ever, the first time I went, and so I just love coming, and so I just come every year.
Cool.
We live in Central Texas, so I try to go to like every con like in my area. I've been to quite a few. I've only been cosplaying for 2 years, and so this is my second A-kon, and we're actually cousins. And so like I actually met back up with her at my first con I ever went to. I hadn't seen her in about 8 years. Wow. And I saw my aunt in the bathroom, and I was like, what's going on? And she's like, your cousin cosplays. And so we actually met back up, and we've been like really, really close ever since.
Nice. Cosplay bringing family back together, that's for sure. By the way, for 2 years, Morgan, you look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
And for the people who don't know what characters you're playing, who are you playing?
I'm playing Ladybug from the show Miraculous Ladybug, Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir.
I'm Cat Noir from the exact same show. Yeah. This is actually a closet cosplay from just a bunch of things I found in my closet because she was doing Ladybug, and I was like, oh, I don't have time to make a bodysuit. And so I just kind of went with it, and surprisingly I had exactly what I needed.
That's awesome. Like when you can make up like costume using everything you need.
Yeah, this is just a leather jacket, and surprisingly it had the zippers in the exact same place as like Cat Noir's, and it's actual leather. So I was like, hey, that's a little, like, legit, so, yeah.
So I was going to ask you, I don't know much about the Ladybug, I haven't watched the show really, but I've seen that it's very popular everywhere. What makes the show very popular? What got you interested in it?
Well, I think it's popular because it's like a kid's show, but it's also about superheroes, and so it's kind of like these superheroes that are aimed more at younger people, so it's not like inappropriate or like, you know, some extremes like some superheroes are, but instead it's just for fun, and it really teaches some valuable lessons too, like in the show, and so it's just all around a really fun show and just really cute and stuff.
For instance, like it teaches like some really good morals. My favorite part is that all of the villains aren't actually people, like bad people. They are just people who like fall victim to like their own emotions, and so like something will happen in the show and it shows what happens, and then that will show why they're upset, and then the main villain, who is Hawkmoth, he like picks them out, and they're like, feed on this emotion, like get back at people. And so it's every single villain is just like a revenge seek, and it shows that like they're not bad people, they just get upset sometimes. And like it teaches morals, like Adrian, the like human version of what I'm in, not his superhero version, he has a really bad relationship with his father, and it shows that you don't always have to necessarily listen and do exactly what your parent says. If you deem it morally wrong, you don't have to listen to them. You can go and do your own thing. But yet it still teaches you, like, respect other people, be nice, like, this is what happens if you don't, and it's a really good show.
Okay, I'll check it out. And for you people who haven't checked it out, check it out. Because, like, I know there's still, like, the kid thing in there, but it, like you say, has that kind of, like...
yeah.
Because, like, what it makes a good kid show, and a lot of people don't realize it, is, like, when they say, it's just a kid show, don't take it too seriously, is when it also steers more to adults as well. Mm-hmm. So when the kid show is doing that, where an adult can watch with his son about this show, about basically super-powered kids, then yeah, you know?
Like, some parts of it are kind of cheesy, like, they have, like, some really bad puns in there. I personally love that myself, but, like, there will be, like, some, like, really, really cheesy lines where you're like, oh, that's, like, totally directed at children. Kids would find that really funny, but that's just kind of annoying. But, like, then, like, overall it's really good, besides those like one or two cheesy lines here and there. But it is a kid's show, so I'm like, yeah.
So it's a give or take kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know that there's two versions of it. There's an animation version and there's a 3D animation version. I've seen it.
The anime version was actually the first. Like, they started off, it was kind of just like a screenplay for it. There's only a few episodes actually in the anime version, and it switched to CGI. But the CGI is actually pretty good, so it doesn't bother me.
How's the action in it?
Pretty good. They have some like pretty like decent fight scenes, and like the like movement and physics that they insert into it is like really good. Like Ladybug's hair moves when she moves. It doesn't just stay in one place like some bad CGIs.
Quick question. What is Ladybug's powers?
Ladybug's power is her lucky charm, which she has a yo-yo, and when she throws it up into the air, it creates an object, and that can help her in that situation. And at first, she doesn't know what the object is for. Like, say she gets like an umbrella, she'll be like, how do I use this? But then through her powers, she figures out how to use it in a way that can defeat the villain and help them win in the end.
Like analyzes her surroundings, and it like picks out things from around her, and it's like, oh, if I throw this at this, it will trigger this to do this, and then like, yeah.
Like a little chain of effects kind of thing. What about Cat Noir?
Cat Noir's, his is cataclysm, which means to destroy, but then it's also a cat pun. Chat Noir actually means cat black in French, and the show is French.
Yeah,
And it's all just kind of like a really big pun, like he calls her me ladybug because he's kind of a fedora tipper kind of guy. But it means to destroy, and so hers is to create and his is to destroy. My ring actually broke minutes before we started filming this, but like he has this ring and he'll go cataclysm, and his hand, whatever he touches, is destroyed. And then a benefit of Ladybug is whenever like they defeat the villain, her yo-yo can turn everything back to normal. So anything he breaks is fixed. Anybody who is hurt is no longer hurt.
that's really interesting. So they balance each other out basically. The whole opposite attract kind of thing. All right, that's really cool. So I've seen like there's a lot of posts. Like I said, I only get my information from Tumblr and things like that. Always. And I always see like there's always kind of like a love thing going on here. Like when they're human form, they hate each other, but when they're cat and like their power form, they kind of like attract to each other. Is that something like?
So the human version of Ladybug is Marinette, and Marinette loves Adrian, the human version of Cat Noir. But Cat Noir loves Ladybug, but they don't know their secret identities. So it's like kind of like a frustrating, like they both love each other, but they don't know it.
Cat Noir doesn't love Marinette, he loves Ladybug, and Ladybug doesn't love Cat Noir, she loves Adrian, and so...
It's almost like a 4 square triangle.
It's hilarious. Like, there's some times where there'll be, like, an Adrian-Ladybug interaction, or a Cat Noir, like, I mean, like a... yeah, it's like vice versa, and, like, it's really funny to see them interact.
The fans is like, just kiss.
Do it. The funniest part of the show, though, is like people are like, "Oh, I recognized you because of your voice," but yet they never can tell each other apart, and like their hairstyle doesn't change, like nothing changes about their voice or anything, but they can't tell who each other are. And so that's the kid part of the show that like we poke holes in. We're like, wow, it must suck in that universe on Halloween because no one knows who their child is. Like,
That's funny. I never thought of that. A world where no one knows when they put on a mask. Yeah. It's like, Billy, what's that? Oh, I don't know, mommy. Bill, who are you?
Yeah, right.
What was I gonna say? God. Who's the villain that you like the most? Like, do you feel connected more?
Ladybug, you go. I'm still thinking.
My favorite villain is Reflecta.
What's she do?
She was a girl that was always ignored by others, and so she felt like she was basically alone, and so she used that negative emotion, and she turned into a supervillain with the power to turn others into her own self. And so she basically made everyone look like her and said that I'll never be ignored again.
That is, God, that really like hit a nerve right there for people.
I'm putting like a lot of thought into this. Like, start reviewing some with me.
So obviously Reflector. There's Lady Fragrance.
No, when Rose got transformed, that was like the worst episode ever.
Was it bad or worse? Is just like
Okay, so Rose is like this innocent little precious babu, and like I was literally watching it, and they had seen episodes before me, and I was like, Rose could never get transformed. She doesn't hate anyone or anything, so like she totally won't get transformed. And they were like, yeah, she totally won't. But they had already seen that episode, so
Dang, that's
Oh my god. What's the villain's name that turns into the second Cat Noir?
there's
Copycat.
Copycat. Okay, so the Copycat episode is this guy who he designs this statue, and like it was in Cat Noir and Ladybug's honor, but he was really in love with Ladybug, and like Ladybug couldn't show up because she was doing something else at the time as Marinette, and so only Cat Noir showed up, and like this guy was like, oh, I really wish Ladybug had come. I wanted her to sign my picture. I'm in love with her. And he's like, I wouldn't do that. Me and Ladybug kind of got a thing, and like pretends that they're dating. And so this guy gets horribly jealous and upset, and then he changes, and he was like, what does he see in him? Like, and then like he tries to ruin Cat Noir's image because Hawkmoth turns him into like a villain that can like change like his appearance, and so he shows up as Copycat, Cat Noir, and he goes into the Louvre and steals the Mona Lisa, and like starts doing all of this shit, and like it's completely hilarious because all of the police are trying to arrest Cat Noir, but he didn't do anything, and so like he's all mad, and then Ladybug's like, Cat Noir may be like a dick sometimes, but he wouldn't do that, and so she believes him. But like then they have like this whole scene where like a Copycat has like Cat Noir like pinned to the ground. It's a little kinky, but and there's like chains and shit, and like it's completely hilarious because it's like, who's the real one kind of thing, and
the classic story of like, no, it's me. No, it's me.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. So, did I ask you already why you choose to play as Ladybug?
I don't think you did. I chose Ladybug because I really love the show. Like when I first started watching it, it's been like one of my favorite cartoons like ever, probably.
Wow.
And I just thought it would be really fun. And I've done a lot of costumes in the past, but I've never done like a bodysuit, and so I was like, maybe that would give me a chance to like test my bodysuit skills, like amp it up a little bit. But yeah.
And like the reason I did it was Ladybug wanted to do a Ladybug cosplay, and I was like, oh, I'll be your Cat Noir because he's punny and hilarious, and I also want to do another bodysuit. I've done Harley Quinn before, so I had some experience with like pleather and like bodysuits and stuff, and so I was like, I'll help you out. And then like we like kind of worked it all together, and I thought it would be fun to play. And I was like, why are we doing this during the summer? This is pleather bodysuits.
Shit. So.
Not when you are surrounded in leather. Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about like you were getting heat stroke.
Yeah, I passed out like right before this. Well, not really passed out, but I was laying on the floor. Yeah, that's how I caught his attention.
Yeah, let's just say that. All right. Now for the 18 plus thing, for just fun. What is the weirdest, most fun thing that's happened to you in a con?
I don't do much weird stuff at con because I usually just stay with my friends.
Smart idea. Anything you
I
saw?
think, like, the first con I ever went to, it's really bad because I was like probably like, I don't know, 13 or 14 or so. I was really young, and I went to the rave, and I went by myself. And because I was a stupid kid, it was like 4 a.m. and there was like this random guy in there, and he was like, "Hey, dance with me," and I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And so I danced with this random guy for a while, but like nothing bad happened. But then my mom came in the rave and was like, "Get your ass back to the hotel room."
All right, thankfully nothing bad happened.
Okay, so a lot of weird stuff happens to me. I can't.
She's the
Yeah, I'm the nightlife kind of person. They usually go to bed, but like I stay up, and you know, like
Sneak.
no, like that, like I get to like walk around like no one cares. I don't have to like go behind their backs or anything. But like at a certain point in the night, everyone else is drunk, and I like to be the person that's not drunk among all of the drunk people, and it's hilarious. So my first rave I ever went to, there was this guy who had like worked his way into like my friend group where we were all standing around, and we thought, this guy is that friend's friend. Oh no, this guy is that friend's friend. And so we all thought we knew him,
Right.
but we didn't.
Oh God.
And so we were at the rave, and we were raving for a little while, and he was like, "Hey, want some Mio?" And you know, like the little Mio bottles that like you like squirt like the flavored thing in your water, and it make like fruit punch. And like it was a popular thing to just like squirt it in your mouth, because then it was just like fruit punch in your mouth, and it was pretty great. And I was like, sure. And there's like a little wrapper that goes over like the seal of it and everything. So I didn't think anything of it. I was like, it's Mio. We know this guy. And so I squirt it in my mouth, and it goes straight into the back of my throat, and it burns. And I said, "What the fuck is this?" And he said, "Vodka." And I said, "I know what vodka tastes like. This isn't vodka." And he just laughed and walked away. And so I was like, "Guys, pretty sure I've been drugged. If I start acting weird, take me home." And they're like, "Okay." And about like 10 minutes later, we're dancing, and I'm like totally fine. And then like it hits me, and I start going down, and I'm like, "Okay, take me home." And they're like, "Got it." And like we don't even get to the door, and I'm already like freaking out, and they're like, "Gotta flush it out of her system." So like the entire night is basically just like Polaroid picture flashes in my head, like of memories. Like I don't even remember what was going on. And so I just remember being closer and closer to the water fountain with more and more people around me, holding 2 cups of water at all times, and like water cups in my face of people just trying to get me to drink water. And I ended up having to go to the infirmary. And I was actually in a Dave cosplay from Homestuck, and Dave has this power where he can jump through time, but if he breaks the timeline and like does something he's not supposed to, the Dave dies. And so that's a doomed timeline. And so I was in Dave cosplay, and on our way to the infirmary, they had to set me down for a second, and I was laying on the ground, and apparently I said, "Oh no, guys, looks like we're gonna have another dead Dave on our hands." And my friends start sobbing. So apparently I was an asshole, but we got
No, the asshole is that guy who fucking squirted shit in your mouth.
We got to the infirmary, and like after a few hours I was fine, and they're like, "Okay, she's okay enough for you to take her home." And I was like, "Okay." But apparently there was another girl who believed him when he said it was vodka, and so she did like 2 or 3 squirts instead of just 1. And there was an ambulance that came and had to take her to the hospital to get her stomach pumped because she was dying.
Did they find that fucker?
Yeah, they did.
Good. Is he in jail?
No, but the security guard was like, "If I'm the one who finds him, I'm gonna make sure he falls down the stairs while we're arresting him." And I was like, "Oh my God." But they didn't actually, that wasn't the guy that found him, it was somebody else. But But so this girl gets put in an ambulance and taken to the hospital because she's like needs to get her stomach pumped. And all of the friends that couldn't go with me to the infirmary thought the girl who was dying was me. And so the next day when I show up at con, I'm fine, just like with a headache and I feel a little sick. But I come to the con and like everyone who has seen me everyone who saw me like tackled me over like, "You're alive!" And it was absolutely hilarious.
I'm glad that you had like such a fun spirit to do it, because that would have been such a dark story. But then thankfully they caught the guy.
Yeah.
And if you're watching this, hopefully in jail, go fuck yourself. And no, if people see things like that, don't drink any strange liquor from anybody. Always have your own liquid, no matter what. Doesn't matter who it is. Always have your own liquids.
He was a twin too, so his brother got kicked out of the con as well.
Oh, that's fucked. So yeah, don't get twins. I'm sorry to happen to you, but I'm glad you tell that story so people know not to drink people's liquid.
No matter if you think you know the guy, no matter if you think the seal is shut, don't drink anything that's given to you.
Yeah.
Because like apparently he had taken like an X-Acto knife and cut the seal, because like the wrapper goes over the seal, and he cut the seal and like cracked it open and then like re-glued it on. Oh, also the hospital who had taken the other girl found out that it was a mixture of like liquid acid and like ecstasy and like actual alcohol and like a bunch of different things. Like it was a concoction made to kill somebody.
Wow.
So yeah, that guy has to go to jail. Hopefully he's in there, because fuck you. Right? What the fuck is wrong with you? All right, let's go back to having fun. Yeah. Name me your 3 favorite characters.
I'm gonna start us off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with my 3 favorite characters that I like to cosplay, because like there's like different like sections of things that I like, and there's like certain characters that I just love to cosplay because they're fun to like interact and play as. Like Ed from Cowboy Bebop. Edward always talks in third person and like has a bunch of catchphrases and stuff. And so when I'm Ed from Cowboy Bebop, Ed also does like a lot of acrobatics and like sits in really weird ways and stuff. So like I'll be like sitting doing something, but I'll be like,
now you're on your knee. Like you're just like lifting your legs up.
Oh yeah, like I'm always moving because I actually have like a muscle condition, and so I don't get proper blood flow to like my extremities, and so I'm moving around just to like try to like stimulate myself. But yeah.
You have tall people problems.
Yeah. But yeah, Edward, because like I'll be like sitting, but I'll be like sitting like where I'm on my shoulders with like my legs over my head, just like doing whatever I'm doing, like texting or something, and it's super fun. And then so it's Edward from Cowboy Bebop, and then I'm a Navi cosplayer. Navi from Legend of Zelda. I like doing that because I can like really design my own character for that, and like it completely like is like my own thing. I can do whatever I want, but I track down every single link I can find, and I get them. With the hey Link, listen, hey, watch out, and just like follow them around. And I'm not like invasive with it. Like
That's good.
if they act like they're not having fun, I stop.
Right.
And if they say stop, I stop.
Good. That's how you do it, people. If you're gonna have fun, do it like that.
Yeah, but if they're like, oh, Navi, and like totally like just faking like and joking around, I like completely go with it. And I've made a lot of friends that way because it like gives you a reason to talk to people, and it also recognizes your cosplay whenever you start acting like the character. And then, so I was a Homestuck fan for like a really, really long time. I'm not much part of the fandom anymore, but me and a friend still run panels almost every single year. Like every single year to at least one con. We do a few other cons as well, and like I like to be Little Cal from Homestuck because he's this little trickster puppet. And like he is a puppet and he has no actual like lines like in the comic, but so I get to like develop my own personality for it, but like even though I'm making my own personality for it, everyone recognizes exactly what I'm doing. And so it's super fun to play. I always love to be like this trickster character, like Cat Noir. He's like really punny and like does really stupid things sometimes, and it's just so fun to play. Like I really like to get into character.
That's cool. What about you? 3 favorite characters?
I can't think of just 3 like characters off of the top of my head, but I do have 3 waifus.
Go for it. Go for it.
So my top waifu is Salty from Durarara.
Oh.
And then my
Another bodysuit that she's planning on doing once she can afford a helmet or figure.
I love that character. When she took
Shelby
up
is bae.
Celty is bae. You don't need a face.
Yeah, no.
All you need is attitude. And I love the guy who just always understands what she's saying. That's love right there.
Yeah. My second waifu is Flammy from Roka, Braves of the Six Flowers.
That's out there for me. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it was it's a fairly new one. It was a couple seasons ago.
Alright, cool.
But and then my third one is Sue from Monster Musume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls.
Sue, which one is that one again?
Slime Girl.
Slime girl, the one that's all cutesy, doesn't even know what she's doing.
Yeah, that one.
All right, then now that you give me your 3,
Sorry, I was posing for a picture.
no, you're good. Now you give me your 3. Here's the actual question.
But my number 1 bae is Uta from Tokyo Ghoul.
You want to change your answers or?
No, that's just like, if we're talking waifus here, Uta is my waifu. Doesn't matter if he's a boy, he is my waifu.
Trombone for me, forever. If you know who that is, you know who that is. The actual question: who would you kill? Who would you marry? And who would you only have sex with one time?
Oh no.
Everyone always. There's one guy who actually had a nice, calm reaction to that. He's the only one who's ever done that, but everyone's just crazy. Out of the ones you just picked, who would you marry, kill, and sex only once? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think any of my characters can die.
Yeah, they can. Sue can die.
Really?
Yeah. Just dry her up in the sun. There's always death for everybody.
Yeah, I guess I would kill Sue then, because I
Aw.
honestly don't think the other 2 can die. And then I think I would marry Salty and then fuck Flammy.
Yeah, so I'd kill
Let's make sure to say this. Everyone's aged up. Edward's not a little kid.
Yeah.
She's all grown up and stuff.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I would kill Little Cal because he always regenerates.
Okay.
Yeah, like you rip this puppet to shreds and he comes back like stapled together.
That would be fun.
Absolutely crazy, and I love it. But that's one of our roommates.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But then I would marry Edward because that's always a fun time.
Sounds like a very fun time.
And I mean, fuck Navi because fuck Navi.
They're like, hey, listen, there it is.
Hey, oh!
That'd be fun.
Oh my god, I would totally do it in the Link cosplay.
All right. So with your Ladybug character, anybody in the world, anybody in comic book and anything like that, who would you ship her with?
I just ship her with Cat Noir. Yeah, just the,
I'm with you too, milady.
the simple ship.
Like you're like,
Simple shit.
Oh my god.
yeah. So you got the answer to that one.
There you go. Okay. So what would be Ladybug's and Cat Noir's fetish? What do you think?
Oh, I think I already know. Yeah.
Chains and belts.
It made a little sound there too.
I caught that. What about Ladybug?
I think, I don't know.
I mean, she's pretty flexible.
Maybe like some acrobatic.
Acrobatics.
Kinky positions.
Interesting. Oh yeah, there was one where the guy from Nudist Beat You, the one from Kill la Kill.
Okay.
Someone
so-
said
Our roommate is in that cosplay right now.
Really?
Yeah.
He's somewhere around here.
If I find him,
He painted his nipples purple. Wait, is he in there?
Oh, that'd be funny.
Hold on 1 second.
All right, go for it. Yeah, the guy who he said like whoever did the nudist beat you one. He said that the fetish would be a fully clothed woman. I was like, that's smart. That's actually pretty funny. Oh goodness. All right. All right. 3 more questions for y'all, and then you're free to go from my clutches.
I've been lied to.
So the third to last is I think I remember this. What would be something you would wish you could do at a con that you can get away with, and there's no consequences whatsoever?
Maybe take everything in the dealers.
That's the you're the third person to say that. Yeah.
Or, borrow, be like, I'm just gonna wear this cosplay, but no, mine actually is, I've been to a lot of cons, like Anime Matsuri. The first floor has a bunch of cross beams to support the building, so the second floor, all of those cross beams are exposed, and by God, if I could get away with, running all over this con, and, completely just, hardcore parkour, all over, as high as I could get, I would do it in a heartbeat.
That sounds like fun. That sounds like so much fun. All right, now we're gonna be a little more serious here. Just a little quick. Hey, look, there he is. There, show it off. The one we were talking about. Do this, beach. There it is. That's what everyone was waiting for.
Those purple ass nipples.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. I'm sorry you're so late for the party, but I'm glad you were. Best for last, right? Right. So yeah, second to last question is let's we can make it a little bit more serious here. In our community being so big, there are some negative points in it. What is something you would change? Something that you wish would better ourselves?
I really, really wish fans can get really excited and they can get in the moment and so they can be extremely persistent. I really wish that people would take no as an answer and not be so handsy grabby with other people and respect the visitors that come here and a lot of people hate on Yaya Han and stuff just because of Heroes of Cosplay, and so people will yell at her during performances. What the?
Serious stuff.
Seriousness, and he's dancing in the background. They'll yell at her during performances, and at our favorite concert, Melanie Martinez, people she was trying to talk about some serious things, and people are like, I love you, and interrupting her, and that's sweet and all, but it's appropriate timing.
Yeah.
And she actually got mad and was like, hey guys, I'm trying to talk here, can you please not? And then people started screaming more, and she was like, that's it, let's just go on to the next song, to which then people blew up about it and were like, that's so rude of her, but
what? That's what?
Yeah, but the people that cut her off were the rude people. Yeah.
So here's what I want to say.
She could talk, and so she just skipped her whole monologue, and she doesn't even do it anymore. And it was that could have inspired a lot of people, and a lot of people, because they were so excited, ruined it for other people.
Don't be assholes. Especially, I want to say something about Heroes of Cosplay too. It's a reality show, and they wanted an American Idol. What's his name? That fucking British asshole. They wanted
Simon Howell.
They wanted a Simon Howell, and sadly Yaya Han was that. And they edited her where she looked like a bitch. She's not. She's a good person.
They made everybody on that show look like horrible, horrible people when they really weren't.
Yeah, Heroes of Cosplay is not what cosplay is represented. This is what cosplay is. Fun, having fun, being respectful like she does when she's doing Navi, and just having a good time with people. That's it. That's what cosplay is about. So the true heroes are you people. All of you. Especially you purple nips. So basically the same thing she said. All right, thank you for that, because that is something that we really need to open people's eyes with. You need to be respectful. You need to have fun too, but know your boundaries. Know where it's okay. There's a line, and you need to know where not to cross it. So now for the last question. It's a fun question. Give me a number between 1 and 12.
10.
10? Okay, let me see if that's still available.
said
I am one.
Let's see. All right, give me another one. 10 is taken. 4. All right. Nope, that's taken too. 7, that's taken.
Number 1.
1. Okay. Now, what the reason I'm asking you this, it's going to be a question for a shirt. So, who was going to win the shirt? Whoever tells me the correct answer first gets the free shirt. All right. Who said this famous quote? Anime was a mistake.
Oh, Hayao Miyazaki.
Wait. A. Vin Diesel. B. Rebecca Sugar. C. Hayao Miyazaki. Or D. None of the above.
See. Well, D, actually, he never said it.
There you go. Ladybug. Ladybug did it.
It's just a meme.
Yeah. Miyazaki never said it. He's never said it. Ladybug won the shirt. That was a good trick question. Nice job. So now, you're going to stick your hand in there and choose a shirt.
Randomly?
Just randomly.
I was gonna say it's probably like a Hans shot first kind of thing. Like it gets changed and stuff.
What'd you get?
Oh, woke sucks, but it pays for my gas. True.
There it is.
If I could wear that to work, I would.
That would be really funny. That'd be funny if your Prius was fully electric. No gas at all.
All right, thank you guys. Have a wonderful A-kon.
You too.
And just, spread the word and have fun. That's the most important thing. Purple nips. Keep being purple nips. Yeah. Cat Noir, have fun. Ladybug, thank you. Bye.
Bye.